Do it like it's your B-day. It's giving, yes, I love it here. It just adds so much juice to the vibes, okay? Howdy, hey bays, welcome back to my channel. My name is Evie and we're gonna be talking about cologne today and how do I wear it as a girly girl. Now, this colognes in general are just a bit more stronger and traditionally for men. I do think that if you are someone that loves feminine scents like me, you can wear a cologne and be so undetectable. Today's cologne that I'm reviewing is Ford Ombré Leather, and this cologne is absolutely beautiful. Like, this cologne gives me such an aura. It gives me such a vibe. It gives me leather, black leather. I mean, the bottle itself is amazing. It's beautiful. Now, I'm going to be listing the notes somewhere around the way in this video, but this is really more about layering and using cologne as a base when you wear your perfume, so that way you can add more depth. We don't want no debt. Some of us has debt, like me, but we don't want more of it. Depth to your scents and more uniqueness and complexity to the scents. So off the bat, smelling this, I would say that this is definitely reminds me of a very fancy new car smell. Leather, absolutely. It kind of reminds me of, it's very musky, leathery, and there's some type of tiny spice in here, but I don't really know what to call it. But it reminds me of Acqua di Parma Oud. That is like more oody and woodsy. This is like a woodsy, dark, leathery, but clean smell, which I think on a man smells amazing. But on a woman, how you would wear it is, for me, I layer it with gourmand fragrances. So what's a gourmand? So gourmand fragrances are fragrances that are more on the sweeter, edible side, warmer side. An example of a gourmand would be like the poisons from Dior. So Hypnotic Poison, Poison Girl. I actually have two of them right here. These will definitely be something that I layer this fragrance with, okay? And the reason why I say that is that when you have something of depth underneath, so I'm just gonna do like a spritz on my hand, you know? This is beautiful, beautiful. Like, it smells great. It's like a clean, leathery smell, and it's just something about it. It would just go so well with the sweet gourmand on top. So I'm gonna put Poison Girl, and if you watch my other video, you know Poison Girl is a vibe, okay? It's like a sweeter, juicier gourmand. So this, it doesn't have as much of the almondy notes as Hypnotic Poison, but I think the girliness of this would go really well on top of the Tom Ford. And smelling it, smelling it, it just adds so much juice to the vibes, okay? It adds amazingness, it adds marvelousness. So I'm gonna do it on this hand so I can compare the difference. But nonetheless, Ford Ombré Leather with the Poison Girl layering combo, baby. Do it like it's your B-day. It's giving, yes, I love it here. So now I'm gonna use Ford Ombré Leather on my right hand and give you a moment. And when you're doing like a cologne, right? You just want to stick to one spray on your body, and then the rest of the sprays be your main fragrance. Why? Because you want the cologne to be a base. It's naturally going to be stronger than an eau de parfum or eau de toilette. So you want something that's going to be strong as a base and whatever's lighter on top. Because the base is always going to, you know, rise, you know, it's always gonna rise to the top at the end of the day, so you don't need too much of it. Ombre Leather on my right hand. I love smelling it by itself because it's absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. And now I'm gonna put Hypnotic Poison, which is giving me, it kind of reminds me of like an almond croissant. Yeah, almond croissant with like some fruit in it. I don't want to say cherry, but something. I have it, I'll have it listed, but I'm just gonna do like 2 sprays on my right hand now. Okay. And just let it sit, because this hand was already a given, like given. This one, oh, it totally increased the almond smell. It's like a leather almonds, which sounds gross to eat, but the smell is amazing. Wow. Okay. I have a third fragrance that I absolutely love, that I think for a very special occasion, you could turn heads. Hear me out. Now, Poison Girl and Tom Ford together so far is my fave for every day if I want to be extra. Poison Girl and this together, aura, okay? Now, Hypnotic Poison and Tom Ford, great for if you want to smell very gourmandy with like some depth to it, some dark. Yeah, this is giving very subtle sexy. This is giving very sultry, flirty sexy. Yeah, Poison Girl side with Tom Ford versus this side with Tom Ford with Hypnotic Poison, 2 different vibes. I don't know why, but love them both. But right now, Poison Girl is giving me an aura for the sake of the girliness of this video. Now, the one I'm talking about that is, I think for a very special occasion is if you use Mon Guerlain. This is absolutely one of my favorite gourmand fragrances. Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. Mixing these together, wow. Amazing. Now, Mon Guerlain has some lavender in the opening to me. Let me smell just so I can make sure. I'll list the notes per usual. Wow, Mon Guerlain is a really beautiful scent. I'm gonna try to like open up my wrist a bit so I can smell it with Tom Ford Ombré Leather as a base. But Mon Guerlain is like a heavy hitter itself, so you don't really need to use a lot. I'm just gonna do just 1 spritz on my forearm. And now Mon Guerlain is gonna give some shine. And I'm just gonna do probably like 2 on my forearm. So that was 2. Let it sit. Let it sit. Oh, I'm already smelling it right now. It's giving. It's giving aura! Okay, let me see. Wow. I mean, don't tell me I didn't tell you, but using a cologne as a base, if you want to start somewhere, go no further than Tom Ford Ombré Leather Parfum, please. I'm begging of you, I'm asking of you, do the right thing. I am not a big cologne person, but when it comes to adding uniqueness and depth to how I smell, having a cologne as a base might be the ticket to your perfume salvation. I'm just letting you know. And I think if you are on the fence about mixing and layering perfumes, but you still want to smell feminine, you absolutely can still smell feminine if you wear a cologne. You just have to layer it in a way that makes sure it's not the dominant scent than the other fragrances you're layering it with. You know what I mean? If you want to make it even more sweeter, because feminine smells are more on the floral, sweetie side, even gourmand, sweet. If you're just sweet and edible, you can still smell girly. I would top it with like a sweet, sweet smelling perfume, like 1 spritz of a sweet one, like You could do Pink Sugar. You could do Fantasy by Britney Spears. Just something that's purely on the sweet side, and then do like one as a topper. You'll still smell like a girl that loves pink, whether it's Wednesday or not, and you'll win the day. Like, it's just, it is what it is. So that's really all I have to say about Tom Ford. I love it. I wish I could have done more of like a in-depth review, but I really wanted this to be about how to wear cologne when you're a girly girl, because cologne is something that could be like daunting, and I was really afraid of it, but I promise you, like, it's absolutely worth getting it. And for Tom Ford, I mean, you're gonna be spending a lot of money anyway. I'm happy with this investment, and yeah, like, give it a go. But this fragrance is absolutely amazing. I hope I never run out of it. I don't really use it that often because I strictly use it as a layering base. And I think you'll really love it. So if you love this video so far, if you really enjoyed spending time with me, please subscribe, like, comment, share the video, and I will see you on my next one. Thank you so much, and always remember, you glow for a living because you're lit from within, beyond skin deep. Bye.